Brad, I think we're ready to get this party started. What do you think?
Are you ready, buddy?
Well,
Nice.
good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat for this amazing Zoom meeting. Welcome to the East Coast Regional BNI Real Estate Referral Network Mastermind event. My name is Jose Fernandez. You probably either talked to me, got a text message from me. I will be your honorary chapter president today. So if you were one of the last ones who joined us, just rename yourself by putting C first and then your first name. And if you're commercial, just write a letter C. This is going to help us with the breakout rooms. So my role is to chair this meeting of the BNI Real Estate Referral Network, ensuring that we follow the structure of BNI weekly meeting agenda, which is proven to maximize the business pass across the country and international. BNI is the most successful organization of its type in the world. There are currently thousands of chapters and more than 200,000 members. Members of BNI have passed millions of referrals, and this translates into billions of dollars in the business being passed between our members. As you know, the philosophy of BNI is givers gain. If I give business to my fellow members of my chapter, and now my region, in return, they will want to give business to me. Now, we have a treat for the educational moment. I have a very good friend of mine. He woke up early today, all the way from the West Coast in San Diego, in sunny San Diego. We have Mr. Brad Seaman, who's going to lead us in the educational moment. He's a pioneer in the networking field who has connected thousands of BNI agents across the country and developed the BNI Real Estate Referral Network group on Facebook. So if you have a referral in Southern California, Mr. Brad Seaman is your man. So Brad Seaman, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Jose. I appreciate everybody being here. I see some familiar faces, which is always fun, and lots of new ones. Jose, we really appreciate you for making the extra steps and getting all these people connected. That's such a huge thing. Jose asked me on today to talk a little bit about agent-to-agent referrals. So a few years back, I started a Facebook networking group for BNI agents across the country. So if you're not a part of that, make sure that you join after the meeting. We'll put a link in the chat for everybody to jump onto. Or the email invite that was sent out to you earlier also has a link for that group. So let's talk agent-to-agent referrals for a minute. So agent-to-agent referrals can be an incredible part of your business that can weather any storm in the market. If there's a change in the market for good or for worse, agent-to-agent referrals can keep you afloat, and they can also add on quite a bit of value into your stability in business. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey. My journey started out with being super frustrated that I wasn't getting any agent-to-agent referrals. It started, has anyone been on one of those Facebook groups where they pass out referrals? Anyone in lab coat agents? Okay, well, yes. That's where I started. And I got frustrated. Why? Because my qualifications to receive referrals were much, or so I thought, were much higher than those that were being recommended. So I got frustrated. And my frustration led me to a couple of ahas. My ahas were, number one, if you're on a Facebook networking group, speed to lead is number one. You need to pick up the phone, figure out how to contact them, and don't sit back and wait. If you see a referral, find their phone number, call them, text them, do everything you can to get them on the phone first. I will tell you 70% of the time, if I can just talk to that person first, I'm likely going to convert them and get that referral. So for those of you that are just commenting or hoping that somebody recommends you, I highly recommend you change your strategy and make sure you get in contact with them first. Number two, has anyone seen the fan clubs that are in these groups?
No.
Might be a part of one, no judgment. Fan clubs are often paid for. So you pay a subscription for people to recommend you, whether they know your ability or not. And oftentimes it will get you an opportunity. However, that can often backfire as well. So understanding how to overcome the fan clubs by calling them out and being very direct with the agents and getting recommendation from your fellow BNI members, other people that can highly recommend you as other agents is a great way to go. So those personal relationships, I'll give you an example. This month, I was on one in Lab Coat Agents. There was 185 comments in the matter of an hour. And there were lots of other people except for me that were recommended. As a matter of fact, I wasn't recommended once on the actual chat group. but a fellow BNI member out of Boise, Idaho, picked up the phone, called the person, and had a personal relationship with that person, and said, "Don't talk to anybody on the Facebook group. You only talk to him." Well, that property is now in escrow for $1 million here in San Diego, and they're on their way to Washington. But it's those relationships built over time that are huge if you want to really get into deeper agent-to-agent referrals. So how do I build my tribe? How do I get started if I haven't done anything yet? Or how do I continue to improve my network? Well, my suggestion is start here. Start here because you have things in common, right? We all have a common thread of BNI, but what are some of the other things you can look at? Think about your brokerage. Think about designations. How else can you garner things that are in common? And that's why I started this group, is to find things that I had in common with others that I can hopefully refer out to in the future and build those relationships. So I hope this helped you out in starting up or continuing to improve your agent-to-agent referrals. If you have any questions about how to build your network, feel free to reach out to me directly, and thanks so much.
Awesome, Brad. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. So now we all get a chance to send Brad a referral if you guys know anybody moving in and out of San Diego. So this is the time in the meeting where we get to learn a little bit about each of the members here. So I'm going to ask yourself if you can be very brief, 30 seconds. We have more than 40 members here. Name, your company, the location, and one thing about your business. And we'll start with Michelle in Plymouth, North Carolina. And after Michelle, we'll do Daryl in Winston-Salem.
Hi, my name is Michelle Bell. I'm with Ring the Bell Realty, and we specialize in the Triad, North Carolina. We do mostly residential, but we have done commercial and other types of real estate. And our tagline here is, if you want to buy or sell, ring the bell.
Thank you, Michelle. We'll do Daryl in Winston-Salem and then Barry in New York.
Hello, my name is Daryl Wicker, and I'm with a company called United Financial Freedom. I'm an agent, and I help people get out of debt, mortgage and total debt in 1/3 to 1/2 the time.
Thank you, Daryl. We'll do Barry in New York and then James Cully in Buffalo, New York.
Great. Hi, everybody. Barry Paley, Keller Williams, Points North. We cover all of Long Island, the boroughs of Queens and Brooklyn, and we do cover Manhattan. I have a team. I'm Part 36 approved New York State, luxury, and I'll keep the commercial short. Love to meet all of you. Our tagline is, we're business people doing the business of real estate. We are extremely intentional about outgoing and incoming referrals.
Awesome. Thank you, Barry. James in Buffalo and then Devin in Middletown.
Yeah, James Conley, brokerage, MJ Peterson, 4th largest brokerage in Western New York, serving the greater Buffalo Niagara region. I am the only licensed real estate agent who has a professional degree in architecture, background in construction, and experience in commercial financing in Western New York. So full service advisement for any client sent this way.
Thank you, James. Devin in Middletown and then Nicole in the Space Coast.
Hello, everyone. I'm Devin Assail with Dave Jones Realty, where we do everything but the packing. So we just opened our 5th office in Connecticut, mostly in central and western Connecticut, and I'm in Middletown, which is right smack dab in the middle of the state, looking to be the 6th office for the small brokerage.
Thank you, Devin. Nicole in Space Coast, and then we do Jen Sullivan in Boston.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nicole Wilkerson, and I'm with Keller Williams here in the Space Coast. I am a residential realtor serving anywhere from Merritt Island, Cocoa, all the way south through Brevard County, and then also including Indian River County. And I'm also certified to work with VA buyers, and I'm a solutions girl. So anyone looking to move down here, I will help them find a solution to whatever problem they're facing.
Thank you, Nicole. Jen Sullivan in Boston, and then Arlen Brown in Boston.
Good afternoon, BNI. I'm Jen Sullivan with eXp Realty. I service primarily north of Boston, residential realtor working with both buyers and sellers. Although I did indicate Boston because I have been assisting clients who are looking to move out of the city due to COVID, just looking for more space. So that's why I did put that, but primarily my business is north of Boston. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Arlen Brown in Boston, and then Brian Kelly in New Jersey.
Yes, BNI members, good morning. Arlen Brown with SVN Parsons Commercial Group. We're the largest commercial full-service real estate firm west of Boston. We have offices now both in Boston and Framingham, Massachusetts. We do brokerage, investment, and property management on the areas in our portfolio and what we specialize in are office, R&D, flex, light and heavy industrial. On the investment side, we own 50 buildings. We have about 3 million square feet. We started as a brokerage company. We have 12 commercial brokers. I'm both an SIOR and a CID, and look forward to working with anyone throughout the country. Our main focus is within Eastern Massachusetts, within Route 495, but we go out to Worcester. I'm also licensed in the state of Maine, and we cover all 6 New England states. Thank you very much, and look forward to meeting all of you.
Thank you, Arlen. Brian Kelly in New Jersey, and Don in Richfield, Connecticut.
Hello, everybody. Brian Kelly is my name. I'm here in Maplewood, New Jersey. I work with KW Commercial Realty. Nice job, Arlen. Very, very nicely presented.
Thank you.
I do land development. So I basically hunt elephants. They're few and far between, but usually it's a 1,000-day type process. I will source properties like the one behind me here, which is 10 acres in a suburb of Philadelphia. That we will present to either REITs or family offices for some sort of, well, obviously an investment. We also do industrial development on properties like the one behind me. Again, Brian Kelly, KW Commercial in New Jersey. Thanks.
Thank you, Brian. Dawn in Richfield, and then Lori in White Plains.
Greetings, Dawn Grabover with Keller Williams in Richfield and Danbury, Connecticut. About an hour outside of New York City. We've seen a huge influx of buyers coming into the area. Yeah, whoever you know that's looking to get out of New York City, bring them up to Connecticut. Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. Laurie in White Plains and Chris in Mooresville, North Carolina.
Hi everyone, I'm Lori Morrow with Keller Williams New York Realty. I service everything north of New York City, focusing primarily on Westchester County. I am in the BNI Sound Shore chapter of our Westchester BNI. I'm 15 years in the business, and I have been in the top 10 in my office for the last 4 years. I I sell single family, co-op, condo, multifamily, and advise investors. And all my any referrals that I receive, I always follow up with all agents and keep them in the loop. Make sure that they know what's going on, how I'm communicating and where we are in the transaction so that you feel confident with referring to me. Don't wait until tomorrow, call Lori Morrow.
Thank you so much, Laurie, Chris in Mooresville, North Carolina, and then Kelly in Guilford, Connecticut.
Hi, I'm Chris Kirkman with Remax Executive Lake. We service your residential property needs for past 18 years, servicing buyers and sellers in our market. Our marketplace is north of Charlotte, basically right all the way around Lake Norman, and we are the #1 Remax franchise in North Carolina. And my tagline is basically for all things at review.
Thank you, Chris. And we have Kelly in Guilford, and then Lee Fink in Palm Beach.
Hi, I'm Kelly Whiteman. I work with William Ravis Real Estate in Guilford, Connecticut. I'm on a team, the Whiteman team, and we primarily focus on New Haven and Middlesex counties. I know someone else already mentioned we're seeing a lot of New Yorkers come to Connecticut. We're also seeing that along the shoreline. So if you have anyone looking to move to the shoreline, I'd be happy to help.
Thank you. Lee Fink in Palm Beach, and then we have Shelby in St. Augustine.
Morning, everybody, or afternoon. Leap Inc. My son Alex and I, we work in Palm Beach area and Jupiter. We're seeing a lot of people coming from New York. We have a lot of connections there as well. So we're happy to help anyone you guys know that either wants to rent, buy, or sell in our area. We're all about customer service, so happy to help any of your clients.
Thank you, Lee, and thank you for helping us this morning. Shelby in St. Augustine, and then Amy in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hi everyone, Shelby Cabrillo Hodges with Coldwell Banker Premier Properties out of St. Augustine. I specialize all over the Northeast for Florida. We also have been seeing a huge influx of people coming down. I think our business is up 48% year over year. So if you guys know anyone looking to play in the sand or just get a second property, feel free to send them my way.
Thank you, Shelby. Amy in North Carolina, and then Tracy in Amelia Island.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Scher with RE/MAX United in the Raleigh-Durham area. I handle a lot of stuff that comes in with RTP. We have a lot of people moving in and out with relocation and coming in and out with med centers. We have UNC Chapel Hill and Duke University are just a couple of the universities that I service. I've been with BNI. I think I'm finishing up year 8. So I really believe in giver's gain, and I've been doing this business for 30 years now. So in the area, I'm looking forward to doing some referrals with you guys. A long time ago, I used to live up in Massachusetts, and we do have a lot of folks that are coming down from New Jersey and Connecticut and Boston, and they get in touch with me because they see I've lived in Massachusetts before, so would really look forward to returning the favor and getting some referrals up to you guys for those folks moving my way. Amy Scher, call Amy for your share of the market.
Thank you, Amy. Tracy in Amelia Island, and Nicole in Space Coast.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Tracy Findig with the Findig Group at Keller Williams Realty Atlantic Partners. Our team focuses our service on residential properties, primary vacation, and investment properties here. We service all of Nassau County. We focus on that area, which would include Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach, Yulee, Callahan, and Hilliard. And we pride ourselves in a concierge type service where we really focus on the needs of our clients, meet them where they are, kind of a hands-on experience for everybody. Our tagline is unparalleled commitment, unequaled care. And I am 31 years in Amelia Island, 17 years in the real estate business here, but I am very new to BNI, so I'm super excited to be a part of this group and just learn more about how you're using BNI to grow your business. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Nicole in Space Coast, and then Kimberly in New York City.
So I already went, but I can go again if you want me to.
I apologize.
That's okay.
So Kimberly, New York City, and then we have John Stillman.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Kimberly J, and I live and work in New York City. I'm with Douglas Elliman, and I've been doing this over a decade. I'm an ex-Wall Streeter, so I have a little bit of a different head than other people when it comes to real estate. I'm consistently ranked in the top 20 at the firm in Manhattan. I'm very proud of that. And I do it all. It's all about relationships. I do from studios to luxury 5-bedroom apartments. I do multifamily buildings, townhouses, and I work all of Manhattan. I do from the financial district all the way up to Harlem. And if I can assist any of you out with referrals or either coming and going, I'm really looking forward to building a reciprocal relationship with you guys. Thank you so much. And the next move is yours.
Thank you, Kimberly. John Silliman, and then Oscar Escobar.
Good morning, everybody. And I do go by Jay Silliman with 7 Real Estate Management out of the Metro Atlanta area. We work primarily with private investors in real estate. Not only do we work with people around the country, but we also work with investors from foreign countries such as Japan and South Africa, the Netherlands, etc. So the process is acquisition of investment property, the management, the leasing and the management of the properties, and we create a truly passive investment for our investors. We primarily focus on the single-family homes, the small multifamily, and HOAs of 75 or 100 units and below. So if you've got an investor looking for a passive investment, send them our way.
Thank you, John. Oscar Escobar, and then in Tampa.
Hey guys, how are you? My name is Oscar Escobar. I'm the VP for one of the chapters here in Massachusetts, and I'm a real estate investor. Just to give you an example of something that I recently closed on, about 2 Saturdays ago, one agent brought me to a house, showed me the property, and within maybe an hour and a half after, I made a full cash offer. We purchased a house, and we're about to start the work on it. So we move very fast, and we know the area, we know what we're doing. We buy land, we buy houses, any condition. And currently, one incentive that we have as a company is we're giving $3,000 cash in a Gucci watch to whoever brings us the next deal that we close on. Oscar Escobar with Property Development. We buy cash. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar. Bill in Tampa, and then Jerry in New York City. Bill, you there? You probably on me.
Yeah, Bob.
There you go. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, great. This is Bill Iwaniki with Buyer's Choice Home Inspection here in Tampa, Florida. We service all the 5 counties locally. We focus on all residential. Looking forward to meeting everyone, and anybody that needs a inspection down in sunny Florida, I'd be happy to help. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Bill. Jerry in New York City, and then Charlie in Brooklyn.
I'm Jerry Gimignani with Keller Williams, New York City, based in Manhattan. I also serve Brooklyn. So New York City is having a once-in-a-generation sale, and the word is finally getting out. Amazon, Apple, Google, and Facebook have all signed multi-year, hundreds of thousands of square foot commercial leases. And if you would have talked to me a month ago, it was crickets. I had 9 listings and couldn't really sell anything. But today I have $7 million pending in the last few weeks. I had a price war for a penthouse, and I'm representing a buyer who paid all cash on the first day of showing for a property. So prices have come down. Smart buyers are seeing opportunity. So if you have any investors or people that always wanted a piece of Manhattan or Brooklyn, send them my way. Jerry Gimignani. I make buying New York real estate really easy.
Thank you, Jerry. Charlie in Brooklyn, and then Maggie Ramos.
Hi, thank you. This is Charles Olson from Keller Williams Realty Empire here in Brooklyn, New York. I specialize in Brooklyn real estate sales. I also cover all of Staten Island and Queens. My tagline has always been going the distance to serve you better. I've been known in another life to be an endurance athlete doing over 508-mile bike races. So if I could accomplish that, I could definitely accomplish getting your home sold or getting you into the home of your dreams. As my previous colleague just said, New York City is hot. The prices are on the way down, and the market is moving. I like to say New York is an opportunistic location, and people are coming here and buying for the first time when they weren't able to in the past because of rising prices. So if you want someone who's a master certified negotiation expert working with your referral, please give me a call. Charles Olson, Keller Williams Realty Empire, serving Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Maggie Ramos and Frank Tangretti.
Yes, hi. This is Maggie Pace Ramos with Caldwell Banker in Miami. I've been a realtor for 25 years, second generation and a Miami native, so I've seen many markets. This one's unique. Our market's super busy, just like a lot of the other markets. But not every area, so not every area is created equally. So you really have to be careful what areas you're looking at, what type of product you're looking at, even building to building. It's very specific. So it's really, really important to get some guidance by somebody who really knows the area and knows knows the market and knows Miami and is also very ethical. And my tagline is like magic, I'll get it closed.
Thank you, Maggie. Frank Tangredi and Ginger Riley. Frank, I think you're muted.
He put in the chat that he couldn't talk.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do Ginger and then Lisa in Broward.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ginger Riley with Remax Real Estate Center up here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. As all of you, we're very busy. A lot of people coming out of Boston and Providence. And I would be happy to help with anybody who has a referral from in the area. I've been in real estate for 23 years and have joined BNI just over a year ago. It's a wonderful organization, and I'm happy to help out. Maybe the woman from Amy down in Raleigh, maybe we can connect and we can send people back and forth. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Ginger. Lisa in Broward and Mary Ellen.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lisa Feltrinelli. Let me clarify where I am. Broward County, some cities you might know: Fort Lauderdale, Oakland Park, Deerfield Beach, Pompano Beach. And to all of my New York agents and Syracuse, Boston, all the folks are moving my way, so I am happy to help. I love referrals. I've been in the business for 27 years. I've lived here in South Florida for 16 years. I also help people in Palm Beach County, which would be Boca and West Palm Beach, just to give you an idea of what that's all about. I help, like my fellow agents, Kim, Jay, I help people from purchasing empty nester condos all the way up to $2.2 million homes for families. So www.calllisa.com, and I hope to work with everybody soon.
Thank you, Lisa. Mary Ellen and then Chris Miller.
Hi, I'm not sure if I'm on camera or not. Oh, there I am. Okay. Mary Ellen Williams, Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut. I have a reverb here, sorry.
Mary Ellen, you had two devices, you might have to unmute.
I do, yeah, because I'm in the—
We can hear you now. We can hear you now better. Yes, thank you. We lost you there.
Move on and come back.
Okay, you know what? I'll do it right here. Sorry, I don't know why it's such a reverb. Anyway, Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut. I'm with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and the towns are Greenwich, New Canaan, Norwalk, Stamford, and others. And I do residential real estate in basically all price points. And so connecting you in Connecticut real estate.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. Chris Miller and then Shay in Atlanta. I'm sorry if I mispronounced.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Miller and Brenny Villani. We're the Welcome Home team with Coldwell Banker Realty here in Greater Danbury area. We service Northern Fairfield County and Southern Litchfield County, Connecticut. Our tagline is, it's not just real estate, it's real life. We kind of live and die by the referral model as we follow the Feeney & Company and have been working that program for about 18 months now. So Giver's Gain is something we live pretty closely to and love very much. Look forward to spending some time with some BNI folks.
Thank you, Chris. Shay in Atlanta and then Dawn in Richfield.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. This is Shay DeCosta with Coldwell Banker in Atlanta. I am a Boston native, very familiar with the Boston area. I started my real estate career there, and I am now located in Atlanta. I'm very familiar with the Atlanta market and area. I have been in real estate, like I said, 11 years. I do both residential and commercial. Right now, I think a gentleman already stated that commercial is starting to pick up where residential previously was, and it's just a boom. I had some listings that kind of sat for a while, and now I can't get enough listings. They're selling like hotcakes. So if anyone is transitioning from up north to down south, please have them give me a call. I work with a lot of people who are relocating from up north. They love working with someone who's lived up north who now lives down south and can kind of walk them through the process. So this is Shay DeCosta, a Coldwell Banker, your go-to realtor. Please feel free to give me a call. Thank you.
Thank you, Shay. Dawn in Richfield, and then Alice Fink in Palm Beaches.
I'll say I went already.
Oh, sorry. So Alex Fink.
Hey everyone, my mother Lee actually spoke earlier, but I'll go ahead too. We're a mother and son team, and we focus on Palm Beach County. And really, we just like to help people. We try not to focus on money. We want to do the best service that we can. So Palm Beach County, send our way. We have a phone number, which is 561-444-PALM, as in Palm Beach County, and we're happy to help anyone.
So Brad Seaman, and if you haven't gone yet, just do me a favor, just put your name on the chat and I'll call you after. So Brad Seaman, and whoever hasn't gone yet, just put your name on the chat and I'll call you right after.
Hey everyone, Brad Seaman with the Seaman team down in sunny San Diego. We are also experiencing a mass exodus from California. We're seeing people leave in droves to the East Coast as well as the surrounding states around California. So if you know anyone in the Southern California market or anywhere on the West Coast, we can either get you connected or service you direct. We're happy to help. Been in BNI about 5 years. It is a huge portion of our business nationally in this networking, as well as in our individual chapter. We've done very, very well. So if you have any questions BNI related or otherwise, feel free to reach out. Brad Seaman with the Seaman team, changing the way you view real estate.
Awesome, Brad. Thank you. So we'll do Megan in Boston and then Biggie in Downsville, Georgia.
Hey guys, Megan Tolland. I'm with Realty Executives in Metro West Boston, so just outside the city, about 15 minutes to 45 minutes west. And I've been in business for over 25 years, BNI for over 10. And right now, I'm really helping buyers in this super competitive market we have. It seems like everyone's kind of moving out of the city and into the suburbs, like a lot of you have said. And I generally have a couple clients every year moving down to the Florida area. So looking forward to make some connections there. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. We'll do Vicky Jones in Downsville, and then we have Lisa in New Jersey.
Hi, good morning. I'm Vicki Jones. I'm a residential realtor in Dawsonville, Georgia, which is about an hour north of Atlanta. So I service the North 400 corridor and up into the mountains. And it is very competitive here as well. I look forward to getting to know anybody that and earning your trust for a referral.
Thank you, Vicky. Lisa in New Jersey, and then we do Jerry in Virginia Beach.
Good afternoon, everyone. Lisa Van Hara with the Van Hara Group in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. We're located in Basking Ridge, yet we service Somerset, Morris, Hunterdon, Middlesex, and some other counties here nearby. We are a husband and wife team here, and one of our specialties is staging. So we really prep the house prior to listing or help clients that have listed prior with another agent and weren't able to sell it, and we come in and help them get that home sold. And our tagline is your lifetime connection for home ownership. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Jerry in Virginia, and then we'll do Tommy in Richmond, Virginia.
Hey everyone, Jerry Trickey with Keller Williams, Coastal Virginia. I'm located in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake area of southeastern Virginia. It's the Hampton Roads area. If you've got people that are coming down south and don't want to go all the way to Miami, they want to be kind of closer to home, we've got a great influx of people coming here to the beach. Another big thing that's in our area, Norfolk is one of the 7 cities in Hampton Roads. Norfolk is home to the world's largest naval base. We also have Coast Guard base, Marines, Air Force across at Langley. So any military clients that you might have that are PCSing to the area, about 50% of my business is military. So I'd love to be able to talk with you and your clients.
Thank you, Jerry. Tommy in Richmond, and then we'll do Jennifer Grinnell.
Great, that's a good follow-up. Tommy Sabiga, I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
but I actually grew up in Virginia Beach. We're about 2 hours to the beach, 2 hours to the mountains, 2 hours to Washington, D.C., so real central Virginia. I tend to gravitate towards first-time home buyers and first-time home sellers, and so those are great, great referrals for me. And yeah, enjoy meeting you guys, and I'm here to serve. Thanks.
Thank you, Tommy. We'll do Jennifer Grinnell, and Frank, we'll try you again.
Yes, hello, it's Jennifer Grinnell, and I work for William Ravis Real Estate, and I've been doing that for 26 years. I work in Connecticut. I cover the shoreline, really, of Guilford, Madison, Old Saybrook, Essex, Mystic, just to name a few towns. I also have my license also in Rhode Island, but I'm a big waterfront girl, so if I work in Rhode Island, it's mostly for direct waterfronts or places with docks. I've been in BNI for, I don't know, long time, 7, 8, maybe 10 years, I don't know. But it's been a great source of income for me. Love to connect.
Thank you so much. We'll try you, Frank, and anybody else have not gone yet, just put, this is the last chance to put your name on the chat so I can call you after. Go ahead, Frank. Okay, I don't think he's able to talk, so I'll go next. So my name is Jose Fernandez with Keller Williams Realty in Miami. So if your city is not 85 degrees and 0 chances of rain, this is the time to move down here, whether you want to buy an investment property, a second home, or you have any clients that are looking to move down here also for tax reasons. So my name is Jose Fernandez with Keller Williams Realty. We'll do Lisa Pelstrinelli from Broward.
I've already gone.
Okay, I just saw you posted your name.
No,
so,
sorry, that was a mistake. Sorry.
No, don't worry. So I think we got through everyone. So thank you so much, Lee, for helping us out. Now we're going to go to the next section, which we get to go in breakout rooms, and we get to talk to each other, learn from each other. So this is the rules. We are going to break you guys in room shortly. You guys going to be discussing 4 questions, which you guys have them on the screen. Like number 1 is to discuss the top relocation cities for your market, like 2 inbounds and 2 outbounds. Number 2 is like, what is the primary reason why people are moving to your area or from your area, in or out? And how much is it driven by COVID? Question number 3 is like, what's the one thing you're doing today to account for a potential shift in the market? And number 4, what are you doing during the holidays to make deeper connection? The great thing about this is we're going to break you guys out in groups, in smaller groups, so there's more discussion and you guys get to meet each other. I want you guys, as soon as you get into the group, to select a captain. And that person is going to be the person that's going to take the notes of everything that you guys are sharing. Because when we come back together as a one group, we're going to share the highlights of everyone's group. So everyone gets to benefit from the conversations of other groups that are happening. So to clarify, you're going to be discussing this 4 question in about 20 minutes. And we are going to put you a timer when you guys are going to be ready to come back to the main room. As soon as you get into the group, pick a captain. That person is going to be the moderator for that group and write the answers so we can share after that. So do you guys have any question before you break out in rooms? Awesome. No question. That means that we're good. Brad, you ready to break everybody in groups?
Here we go.
I think I saw Brad pop up. Hey, Brad.
What's going on?
Hey, we lost the questions. We didn't write them down and they're no longer on our screen.
Yep. So first one is discuss your top 4 relocation cities, 2 in and 2 out for each of you, and see if you have any overlap.
Right. Hold on. Let me get the next question.
I'm going to post them to everybody, Charles. So why don't you guys start with that question? You'll see them pop up in a chat here shortly. Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Brad. Appreciate you coming in. Bye-bye.
People I've kind of known recently are people relocating for other jobs, but they're going all areas. You know, I can't really pinpoint specific city where they're leaving to at all, but that's pretty much it for me.
I can go next if you like.
Sure.
So I'm Oscar, guys. I'm a cash real estate investor. We buy land and properties. I think I've seen a lot of people moving from downtown Boston to the suburbs. They're just it's overpriced down there, and that's what's going on. I've been contacted by a couple of people that want me to build them a house or just buy one of the properties we're working on, from one lady from Florida and someone else from North Carolina. But generally, people want to be, you know, with the nice weather. We get a lot of snow here in Massachusetts. But yeah.
So you said inbound from Florida, and where else?
North Carolina, but it's just a few calls, not that much. I really think that people actually want to kind of
I'm struggling right now chasing people. Like sometimes they're already got somebody lined up in their destination city. So I have it on my to-do list to go back to my database and to do a better job of asking people where they might go and trying to make sure they're connected, because a lot of these people are either finding folks randomly or they're trying to go back to relationships they had, and those agents left the market back in the recession and they haven't thought about finding another realtor. So, you know, talking to you guys in a little more detail, I think really, you know, hits it home for me that I need to go back and talk to some of these people, because we have a lot of people inbound, but all of my outbound stuff is family oriented. I have a lady leaving the Albany referral that I texted on the chat before. She moved down here from, I don't even remember where, she moved somewhere from up north down here right before COVID, has 2 daughters, her husband, they're married, but they live separately in different states. And COVID really wreaked havoc on their whole travel plan and keeping the family connected. And she's moving somewhere back up north, depending on where she can afford to go. And she's looking for referral stuff because like what was relevant a year or 2 ago is utterly unaffordable now. And now she's like looking in completely different areas than she thought she would be looking at. So, I mean, like I said, I'm very grateful to be able to connect with you guys.
It's great. I find I get a lot of people that move out of Massachusetts to go to the southern states just to get out of the cold. So, but like you said, a lot of times they call me after they've already went and looked at property, but not always. I mean, I do have referrals on occasion to North Carolina, Florida.
Well, I just think it's a good time for us to be doing some of these forward calls with people anyway, as we're getting towards the holidays. I don't know about you guys, but like a lot of our client appreciation stuff that we usually would do in the fall and winter, we can't do right now. Like I do a Thanksgiving pie giveaway and I'm still going to do it, but I have to do it differently this year. And I'm not going to have as much contact with my clients face to face as I normally would have to have some of the discussions about what's on their plan and what are they thinking and what's working and not working for them, you know, in life, housing and otherwise. So, you know, like I said, I think that
don't have to go into work as much. So they need that extra room. And then also not wanting to be so close to their neighbors. There are a lot of people are going out into the more rural areas in our area that weren't as popular before. They're becoming super popular, little homes with an acre, acre and a half.
Awesome. How about you, Bill?
Most of us here, I think it really has to do with COVID. A lot more working from home. A lot of people are moving out of the Hillsborough County area because of local taxes. We went up $0.015 on taxes. So they're moving out to like the Pasco County area and some of the closer counties, but still going into Tampa. I guess that would be the bulk of it.
Awesome. And Kelly?
I guess I kind of touched on this in my first one. So yeah, I think mostly people moving out because of taxes and then moving in because of COVID. A lot of New Yorkers are able to work from home now. So people are figuring they don't want to be too far from the city, but they want to be out of the city. And then again, we have such low inventory here. Mortgage rates are great. So I've been working actually with a lot of first-time home buyers, just people who are already in the area looking to stay in the area, but switching from renting to buying because of the mortgage rates. And then sellers, especially if they have extra properties that they can sell just to try and get the most money right now for the sale.
Awesome. Brad, do you want to add something to your question number 2?
Sure. We are seeing people go COVID crazy just because they're restless. It's not our primary actual reason, though, why people are making change. Our number one reason is people are leaving the state for tax purposes, whether it's the wealthiest of our market or even just in the middle. They're getting pinched from every angle. So California is just getting ruthless on the amount of taxes that are coming to us, and people don't want to be here anymore. So we're seeing a lot of people move out to Florida, other states that are surrounding us, like Arizona, Nevada, Washington, Oregon. But the interesting part that I found is all of those people moving out are being replaced by people that are from those states coming back in. So it's a very strange balance. Of our 15 listings that we took last month, 100% of them were replaced by people out of state. Kind of interesting.
Interesting. Barry, is there anything else that you wanted to add to what you said earlier?
No, I think that pretty much covered it, but I did want to tell Kelly that I'm a graduate of Cheshire Academy. My son went to Quinnipiac, so your turf is my turf, and it's on the way back home from New Haven, where my son-in-law just left there for Yale. But so I know your turf well. We have a lot of action there. Brad, nice to meet you.
So let's go to question number 3, which is about the one thing you're doing right now to account for a potential shift in your business. Kelly, you want to get started since you're writing?
Just trying to find new ways to market and to network. Like I joined BNI. Actually, I'm a part of a core chapter here. And I joined the Rotary in my town. So just, I think, yeah, finding new ways to market. I've been in the business a little over 2.5 years, so still trying to spread my web.
Through the property. You can look up, look down, to the left, to the right. You can walk down the stairs, walk up the stairs. It's virtual. It is just incredible. And we found that we were getting multiple offers off of those films, off of that virtual tours, without even having to show properties live. So it's really effective. So if I don't know the name of the camera and how that works, but if anybody wants to know, I can sure find that out for you. But it's amazing how it works. And then, you know, we're in Georgia and Atlanta, where I think we are fortunate enough that we've been able to open up the market, open up industry. I think we're taking it quite as serious as most of the country. Everybody's trying to be respectful. We are showing properties like we always have, to be honest with you. Some people are wearing a mask, some people are not. So it's just depends on the individual. But if I can't stress, if you're still in a lockdown mode or people are still are shy about viewing properties, look at that virtual tour. It is amazing how it works.
Are you talking about Matterport?
Matterport, yeah.
That's it, yeah. And it works great. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's it.
Thank you. Okay. Sanjeev, you want to go?
Well, I'm sorry.
Sure. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. So, like for me, like just like what you guys mentioned, from the seller side, is being well prepared with like high quality, photos, high quality images, as much description as possible, and wherever it makes sense for us, use the Matterport and 3D walkthroughs, wherever it's needed. The other thing, making sure sellers are on top of their stuff, making sure the place is clean, make sure the place is well presented every time buyers come in, because the biggest battle is, in the first 3 weeks, we'll get the most interested people, and we want to catch them and lock them down if possible, and I represent buyers also. For my buyer side is just having them extremely well prepared. Like I know my attorneys, my mortgage guy, my inspectors, whoever's in my team, I have them ready to go. So when I present an offer, that's what I'm presenting on the seller side. And hopefully they see that we have done already so much hard work to prepare that it'll make sense for the seller to go with my buyers than someone else who still doesn't have a proper secure mortgage guy and things like that. So just that's kind of been the focus. The funny thing is, last year I sold a condo here in Queens virtually through my phone. We did FaceTime. The daughter was coming to be in residency. So it's funny when this whole thing hit, I was like, oh, okay. You know, and we did the same thing. I walked her through the apartment. She made the offer. She flew in on the day of the contract signing. So
Yeah.
everything was done virtually. So, but it has been challenging. And then good thing is that I think in New York, for the most part, I think everyone's been very supportive and kind of follows the rule. You know, we get it. Like we come in, there are long lines, but we have, what I do is I get the COVID disclosure, everything prepared before I even show up. I have it ready. I filled up.
My apologies. I inadvertently got kicked off by my own demise.
Do you remember which room you were in, Barry?
Well, actually, you were in there along with, I don't know the number. It was with Kelly and Michelle.
I'll get you in there.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you you're a roving reporter?
Yeah, I'm running around. Kelly and Michelle, let's see.
You know my guy Brian Garrity in your area?
I know Brian, yeah.
Brian's a good buddy of mine.
Is he? I haven't crossed paths with him in a long time. He's a little bit further south than I am for the most part.
Okay. Love San Diego, though. Great town.
Yeah. Why can't I find your room? Kelly?
I was Kelly from Connecticut and Michelle from North Carolina. Jose, our host.
Oh, you were in with Jose. Okay. That's easy for me.
Yeah.
You're in number 1. All right. I'm moving you back. See ya.
Thank you, bud.
Hey, Jeff, how are you? You're muted, bud. I can't hear you.
I know I'm late. I had another appointment.
Oh, you're late. You haven't been in a breakout room yet?
No, I haven't done anything. I just joined and I'm waiting for a client. I figured I'd just listen a couple minutes.
I'll push you into a room that you can check out. They're deep in conversation, so it might be a little awkward for you to jump in, but go ahead and listen in and see what you can get out of it, okay?
I might be leaving in a second, so okay, thank you.
Okay, so people start coming in. Brad, we have 6 breakout rooms, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So I think we have everyone back. So in breakout room, we have Kelly as a captain. Breakout room 2, this is where Alex Fink was. Who's the captain in that group in breakout room 2?
I'm not sure if we decided on it.
Could be Alex.
Yeah.
Fine.
Notes. I'll give it to
I
me.
took notes.
Okay, perfect. So
You also take notes.
okay, so we'll do Alex in breakout room number 2. Lee, you were in breakout room number 3, so you show the notes.
Yes.
In breakout room number 4, who was the captain? We have like Mary Ellen, Tommy, and Tracy in that group. Who was the captain?
Tracy's the one that took notes.
Tracy. Oh, Tracy took notes. Okay. And then breakout number 5, we have the Jerry's there. Who took notes on that group? Breakout 5.
We didn't really have one assigned, but I took a few notes, so I guess
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay, perfect, Jerry. Okay, thank you. And then last breakout, and this is where Charles, Sanjeev, and Lisa were.
I'm the captain of that group, Lisa.
Okay, perfect, Lisa. Okay, so we'll start with question number 1, and we'll go down in the order. And so question number 1 is to discuss top relocation cities for your market, inbound and outbound. So Kelly, share from your group.
So we, from Long Island and Queens, we said mostly outbound was to Westchester, Connecticut, and the Carolinas. And then in North Carolina, there is not so much in and out, but people are just looking for bigger houses and more land. Also in Tampa, Florida, not a lot of migration, just a really busy market. But to some degree, they're getting inbound from Philadelphia, New York City, and Connecticut. And then in South Florida, they're getting inbound from New York, California, and Connecticut, and then outbound to Georgia, Carolinas, and Texas. And then in Connecticut, I'm seeing a lot of inbound from New York, a lot of relocation in the shoreline area, people just getting different size houses, and then we're seeing some outbound to Florida.
Thank you, Kelly. Alex, your breakout room, tell us about that.
Yeah, so we had a pretty diverse group. We had, people from everywhere, but mostly, kind of to summarize it, we're having some people leave New York, towards Florida. We have some people leaving Florida that are wanting to see more of the seasons, North Carolinas, Tennessee. Oscar said people moving out of the city into the suburbs. We have others in Georgia that want more land, so are going to more rural areas out of the city. People wanting a lot more space, a little bit due to COVID. That's kind of a little summary that I.
Thank you, Alex. Breakout number 3, Lee or Jennifer?
Yeah, so our group as well, really a lot is driven by COVID. We're in Boston, we were mostly Boston, New York, and Florida. So in Florida, we're seeing the people leaving are also going to more rural areas, or they're going to be with family if it's in the Northeast. And then in New York City, they're finding people are moving in and speeding kind of up their timing because of the opportunity of the costs. People who always wanted a property in New York, and then they are also obviously getting people that are leaving to go to the suburbs. And then in Massachusetts, Boston, they're finding them going to the Carolinas, Florida, but also people buying properties out west, like Colorado and Utah, Arizona. So.
Thank you, Lee. Let's do Tracy in breakout room number 4.
I'm kind of light on this information because we realized after this question that we had not assigned anybody to take notes. I think
just two inbound to outbound, so don't worry. Just go ahead.
So Virginia, Tommy mentioned that he had some inbounds from DC. I don't recall outbounds. Buffalo, a lot of inbounds from just the city. Connecticut, where Devon is, it's a little more suburban and spread out. So she's seeing a lot from the city come in and some outbounds to the Carolinas and to Florida. And we're having a lot of outbounds to Georgia and Tennessee, especially like Tennessee mountains, Georgia mountains. And I've got a lot of inbounds from South Florida and New Jersey and Ohio.
Thank you, Tracy. Jerry?
We were hearing the same thing as pretty much every group, from the north and northeast, seeing a lot of people, if they're in the city, they might be going to the tri-state area, Connecticut, New Jersey, but also if they're want to come farther south, North Carolina, South Carolina are getting a lot. And obviously Florida is feeling a bit of an influx from everywhere right now.
Thank you, Jerry. Lisa?
Yeah, in the interest of time, I'm not going to say the same thing everybody else is saying. One thing that I felt was interesting is Shay in Atlanta mentioned that, a lot of people from New York and Boston or Michigan are surprised about the prices there, and she's receiving a lot of business that way. Other than that, New York, people are going in and out from Queens, New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina, and the rest of everybody in the world is coming to South Florida. Yay, me.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. So go ahead and go to question number 2 about what's the primary reason why people were moving and how much was it driven by COVID?
So we said that a lot of people were either changing their house sizes, either trying to downsize or look at bigger houses so that they could have home offices or more land. Again, they just want to get away from areas with higher density. They want more space, maybe less neighbors close by. Also mentioned people leaving to some degree because of taxes. And then job relocations always. And then a lot of people realize they want to be closer to the family. So maybe relocating to nearby family.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelly. Alex?
Yeah, we got all sorts of reasons. Obviously, the New York to Florida is a lot due to COVID. We did discuss how, in New York, they're taking COVID like very serious. They are a lot more serious than some of the other areas. People with cash seem to be doing, a lot better than people maybe that lost their job and then are stuck. And we also mentioned that rents are really high as well, due to everything happening. So.
Thank you, Alex. Let's go to Lee.
Yeah, pretty much the same reasons back and forth. But one thing we're finding as well is that people are selling now because prices are so high. I know a lot of areas are experiencing the same thing we are here. You put a property on the market and you have 5 offers. The day you list, people are sending offers without even seeing the property. So sellers are taking advantage of that. So that's another reason people are leaving.
Thank you, Lee. Tracy?
Very similar to what everyone else has said. I think the 2 ladies in Connecticut, although in very different areas, had said that like 70 to 80% was of the moves they felt like it was heavily driven by COVID. And a lot of people were wanting to take advantage of interest rates. I think all of us mentioned that. Sellers are wanting to take advantage of the market. So really same thing everyone's saying.
Thank you, Tracy. Jerry?
Yeah, we're at the end here, so we've had all the reasons pretty much hit. One thing that I do think that our group talked a little bit about for just a second at the beginning was that we expect that it might see a little bit more the farther we get into like the winter and after the season. Might see a little bit more, especially in some of the areas that were hit, that they might it might pick up even more so come before the regular hot spring season.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Same. Nothing actually new to
Okay.
report, just reminding everybody about keeping in front of investors in all of these areas.
Perfect. Let's go to question number 3. So what's the one thing you're doing today to account for a potential shift in the market? Kelly?
Hey, Jose, can I jump in real quick?
Sure.
So on the last 2 questions, just in the interest of everybody's time, let's just shorten to one thing that you pulled away, right? So instead of summarizing your conversation, just what's one thing that stands out to you, and many of you did that, so we can share real quick, like an aha or a takeaway, and let's get through this kind of quick so we can get to any referrals in our closeout, okay?
Okay, so the one I would say is just reconnecting with all clients and making sure they're aware of what's going on ahead of time, what kind of market we're in, whether it's a buyer or a seller, what they can expect in the market if they're looking right now.
Alex?
Yeah, we have a similar takeaway, connecting with your clients, your sphere of influence. We really cannot predict what will happen with coronavirus in the future or the election and the market. But if we stay connected and do a good job, hopefully we'll have, referrals coming in and out and exchanging in groups like this as well.
Thank you. Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologize.
Yeah, we pretty much did the same, just to be there for your clients and your sphere of influence, not necessarily just for real estate, but let them know. And that's kind of the BNI philosophy. We have people in any industry or any field you guys may need to know, whether it's real estate or anything else, just to be there for your clients as the go-to person in a crazy time.
Awesome. Tracy?
Okay, we took a totally different route, one of the most unique things that was talked about, I felt like, was Devin she's partnered with a cleaning company, and that cleaning company comes in, and when she goes to a listing, she shares this opportunity, and she has this company sanitize the house before an open house, after an open house, and before a buyer takes possession of the house. It is kid-friendly, pet-friendly, but it's supposedly doing a great job to keep everybody safe and healthy. So we thought that was fantastic.
Thank you, Tracy. Jerry?
Yeah, one good note that I took from our talk about this one was being able to adapt, kind of like the last group just talked about. Virtual tours. Some areas don't do a lot of virtual tours or virtual open houses in general, and now they might be starting to. We've had a lot of influx with buyers coming in sight unseen. In my area, it happens a lot just because military buyers would do it. But other places, it's starting to happen more, and so being able to adapt to show them you have the ability to take care of their needs is really useful.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, let's see. Charles mentioned in my group something that we usually do anyways. He called it care calls. So reaching out to your current database and just checking in on them during the pandemic. How are you? What's going on? You need anything? Maybe it's for the older folks. Virtual tours, Matterport has become very important to all of us, I think, in using these companies and our photographs to be better than ever. And then lastly, is just being prepared for the listing. When you submit contracts, just being, having all your paperwork and your team in place.
Okay, so the last question, just pick one thing from the list of what you gathered was something that you're doing for the holidays to make deeper connections. So just pick one thing, Kelly and Charles.
Some type of mailing or branded item that can be useful to any clients.
Thank you. Alex?
Yeah, we didn't have too much time to discuss, but people hosting parties, people giving care packages out to people in the community was mentioned briefly. We only spoke about it for a couple seconds, really.
Lee?
Yeah, we've said the same thing, to reach out to your clients with either a card or a calendar, and it came up to send it at Thanksgiving instead of at Christmas holidays. So I thought that was a good idea because we're all very thankful to be in a position where we're working and we're alive. So we wanted to be thankful and express that to our clients as well.
Awesome. Tracy?
Same thing. Several of us are doing Thanksgiving pie parties kind of outside, keeping it safe, and looking for ways to do some sort of drop-by gratitude gift during the holidays.
Awesome. Jerry?
Care gifts, but also thinking outside the box with them. You know, maybe a bottle of wine for a teacher who's going through a tough time trying to be able to teach virtually.
Awesome. And Lisa?
Just making your social media stronger to reach out to larger groups.
Awesome. Brad, your part to close this in a high note.
Great takeaways, and I think you know, doing this more and more and coming back to our next session and finding some new things to talk about, new content will be fantastic. So we're planning on, so everyone knows, an additional networking event for the East Coast region in 60 days. So every other month is the plan. We don't have one on the date quite yet, correct, Jose?
Yeah.
We'll be working on that this week to get you another one, and we'll bring new content and new conversations. So keep your eyes out for that. We'll send out some new notifications. If you haven't joined the BNI Facebook group yet, I popped that into the chat a little while ago. If you just scroll up before you get off, that would be great. For those of you that saw it, I wanted to give you my one aha this month that I've taken away from BNI. Reach out to other members about specific content you're looking for. I asked about referrals, detailed information about bank-owned, REOs, BPOs, and I had several people raise their hand and introduce me to asset managers that are in the bank-owned space. I believe there's a big wave of those coming, but jump out and ask questions in the BNI group, as well as with the other members that are in here. So fantastic work, everybody. One of the things that we always ask is, you know, based on these connections and learning about inbound and outbound referrals to different areas, did anyone come up with a referral that you might be able to pass, even if it's not materialized yet? Do you have any referrals that you could pass across this group? I have one coming up. I might have one in Virginia Beach coming up very soon. So we'll talk.
I may have one coming up in Lake Lure, North Carolina, but nobody's on the call for that area.
Okay, so post that in the Facebook group. If you don't have someone that was here today, post it in the Facebook group. Know that that's there for you, and we'll try and connect you, even if someone doesn't raise their hand right away. Or you can always reach out to Jose or I to make those connections for you.
Thank you so much. This is really a great event.
Good, good, good. Any testimonials of what the power of BNI has done for you?
Brad, if I may.
Yeah.
Jerry Gemiani is on this call. He and I have a sort of reciprocal agreement, and we've got some current deals that we're working on going into contract. And I do get, I don't have anything specific, but I'm consistently putting referrals out into the Westchester and Connecticut area, as well as the Carolinas. So we'll be foraging on Facebook with everybody.
Very good. My hope here today is that everybody looks to BNI first, find those things in common, find how you can pass that referral and create expanding this group. So I appreciate everybody being on the call today. Let's all give a round of applause for Mr. Jose Fernandez for putting this together and his hard work. I mean, unbelievable, buddy. You called all these people and got them in here today. You have done a great job at expanding our network, and we really appreciate you leading us. You want to close us out with a quote, bud?
Yeah. So while networking, try to be more interested than interesting, Mr. Ivan Master. Have a great afternoon, guys, and I'll see you guys within the next 60 days or so. Take care. God bless.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be safe, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, Jose?
Bye, guys. Thank you very
Jose?
much.
Yes.
Is there any way we can get a list of everybody that was on the call and their contact info?
We'll talk, me and Brad will talk about that, and we'll get the list out to the people that were here.
Okay, I tried saving the chat, so I think a lot of people put them in. Maybe
Yep.
I can send it to you. Maybe that would help.
Oh, that'll be. I'll actually say the chat as well. So.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Sure.
We'd appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye.